Good morning, La La Land. This is Dr. Aaron.
Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Moye. Thank you for being with us here today, Thursday,
December
21st. 4 days.
Right?
Countdown till
It
Christmas.
is the countdown. It is the countdown.
That's right. So if you guys are wanting to have a Thursday thoughtfulness day, it's all about thoughtful gifts and what you can do to be thoughtful to go out. Where are some hot spots you can hit in the next 4 days to be totally in the season and have fun with that and all the good stuff. We've got a great guest today.
Yes, Rachel McCord. She slays it all day. She is one of the hottest women in Hollywood, you guys, actually in the world, according to the Daily Star. This is her book, How to Slay the Fame Game. Breaking into Hollywood and social media without it breaking you.
Oh.
So excited to get further into that. And by the way, she looks gorgeous.
Recently on page 6. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So getting into all that, we want to know, how was the birthday?
Oh, man, that's why they really tuned in, right? To hear about my birthday.
We want to hear those good stories.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think it was so awesome. I think I'm going to continue it through the weekend.
Right.
Yeah. We went to, just some friends and I went to Bodega on the west side. I don't know if you guys have been.
It's on the west side, Rob. I haven't been.
I know, it's like a different country over there.
What's Bodega?
Bodega is like a cool little wine, coffee kind of bar. It was an early pre-game spot. And then we went
Pre-game spot?
Pre-game spot. Then we went over to Herringbone, big on the oysters.
Oh, nice.
I like oysters, yeah.
I love oysters.
Yeah, and then we went out to a couple of really cool hotel bars, lounges.
We've got a little fly, like a little fly right here.
Trying to get in on the action.
Speaking of the hotels, I think that they're the hot spots for the holidays. I mean, they have total decorations everywhere. I think they're a great place for people to go, whether it be your birthday or for the holidays, right?
Absolutely. So beautiful, and especially when they've got great music.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the vibes. And the birthday celebration, I feel like, goes month long. So we've been celebrating Rob for like the past week. Two of my best girlfriends have birthdays in December, and the celebration always falls on me. They say, Jocelyn, where should we go? You know the fabulous place. I'm, really grateful. They think I know the fabulous place to go, but hello, that's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure.
But there's so many great places you got. I mean, the Beverly Wilshire, the Beverly Hills Hotel. If you really want to go swanky and romantic, Bel Air Hotel. These are places you can just go and
but can
go
you
in for
actually
one
just
drink.
go in there?
You can just go in for a drink and get in. They spend who knows how many thousands of dollars on tens of thousands of dollars on their decorations for the holidays.
Well, you just mentioned that, and we had lunch at the Montage the other day, and it was totally decked out. It was so beautiful. Right? I mean, the way 90210 does the holiday, next level.
Yeah, the hotels in LA, that's kind of a secret. That that if you ever want to go and really have an experience to just have a drink, a tea, food, whatever that is, for sure.
I love Shutters, the west side. Like on the west side, Shutters is so amazing. It's beautiful. Probably can't afford more than 1 or 2 drinks there, but it's probably true of all of LA. Right. Shutters is awesome. W Hotel is always great, even more in Hollywood, especially if you're down that way.
We have Sofitel. We've got SLS. I mean, there's like so many great hotels.
Where do you celebrate your birthday, Aaron?
Where do I?
Yeah, like where would you like to go?
Gosh, every birthday's been so different. I'm not a big birthday girl. Like this year actually I have to say that on my birthday I just was like, oh, it's no big deal. And what happened was people kind of felt left out. And I realized it's not about me on my birthday necessarily. Like I've decided from now on I'm going to do it at a bar restaurant, and everyone can come and everyone can, I can buy some things and then people can buy more things if they want, whatever, where everyone's included. I think that's what birthdays are about.
I had to have a friend, and he threw the most incredible birthday party. He rented out an entire Red O restaurant.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh my gosh, all the food was free, all the drinks were free. It was mind blowing, and like some of the most incredible people there. So I love your idea.
Right?
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Yeah.
Easy, simple.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm so cheap. So you're gonna learn from me on this show that I'll spend money on things that I really love. Like I have a beautiful car, and I spend things on that. But I'm really frugal. Like honestly, I started realizing it through my stories on the shows. Like I'm pretty much really frugal.
Yeah, I don't think you become a self-made millionaire by not being that way, right? On some level.
I don't know if you're frugal. You're wise. You're decisive. You make good choices.
Where to spend my money.
That's always good.
Selective. You're never cheap, ever, ever. You're not. Yeah.
So what did you do last night, Erin?
You know, my son is just coming in right now as we speak. So last night I decided I was going to decorate my place for Christmas. I'd been debating it, and I've had some tubs like out in the garage. So he doesn't know it yet, but I've kind of like decorated everything. And I thought, okay, I'm going to be like, because we're not doing presents, and we are going to be doing a lot of things around all the, you know, everything's decorated in LA, all the places we're going to go. But I thought I should probably, you know, do this up a little bit. So I grabbed things out, and these are things I've had for years and years and years. And we do have some nice Christmas decorations. And I have to say that if there's a place to spend money, I think that doing some really good Christmas decorations, because you have them for so long.
true.
But I'm going to tell you the secret, okay? So here's the secret. The day after Christmas, go shopping for, or I don't know if they put them away the day after, but the week of Christmas, like things go on sale. Like wait till the sales and then spend some money on things that'll last you for the rest of your life.
So smart. And somebody's told me that probably every year, and I've never done it. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'll get it
No, but
later.
it's
This
amazing.
year you can do it.
Yes.
It's amazing how decorations can totally change your thought about the holiday and your mindset, because I didn't think I'm spending the holiday in LA by myself this year, and I didn't think I'd bother even putting out the decorations. And then I got a little tree, and it became Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And I have this little tree, and I just love it. I named it Sprucey.
Sprucey, you named your tree.
It
Sprucey.
does
That's
name
great.
the tree. You're supposed
That's
to,
great.
right?
Like Jesslyn would name it. That's so cute.
Yeah, so now it feels like Christmas. So Sprucey and I are actually going to have a holiday. It does kind of change the mindset of things a little bit, even if you're kind of down and out and you just, you know, spend a little bit on the Christmas decorations that are on sale. It can change your mindset on things.
A little more
Right?
festive.
Right?
That and a couple
Absolutely.
glasses of wine
Right?
in the holiday
yeah.
spirit.
The heavy pour.
That's right. The heavy pour. That's right.
So-
Exactly.
So speaking of that, you know, with Rachel McCord in the back, I was thinking part of the second segment, because we're Thursday thoughts and basically becoming mindful and all that, but I do want to also bring our mindfulness and our thoughtfulness into social media, because it's kind of the topic with Rachel McCord. So I was thinking about how do we deal with this in technology in the holidays? How are we going to deal with social media? When is it appropriate when you're with your family? When is it not appropriate to be on social media during Christmas dinner or things like that?
Boy.
And talking about how we're going to incorporate this into this holiday season. So stay tuned on this next segment as we go into thoughtfulness, how it's affecting us in our family life, in Hollywood and all that above. Okay, so
Good.
stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Odiva TV. And right now we're in the Focus TV studios in Hollywood.
Happy Wednesday, Empoweristas. It's Alex Worley.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paffrath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the world.
Hi, this is Alyssa Goodman Show, and I am Alyssa Goodman.
You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay, Edwina Chia.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle Gillette with Focus TV, and this is the Spotlight Series.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl.
Hey everybody, Terry here, host of the interview series Success Beyond Beauty.
Hi, I'm Fern Olivia. Welcome to Sensual Intelligence TV.
Hi, I'm Janica. I'm here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. Yeah, what a day today, huh?
What a day.
Good day.
Hashtag Thought Thursday. We've got a fabulous guest coming up later in the show, Rachel McCord. She has got an amazing new book, Slay the Fame Game. We're going to dive into how to survive the social media game without it breaking you. She's also got a show here at Focus TV. Let's take a look.
Hi, loves. Oh my gosh, I am so excited because you are watching another episode of Slay with Rachel McCord. I am obviously Rachel McCord. And
Yes,
today,
you are.
you're not allowed to talk during my intro. I apologize for that, you guys. Today is something very special because I have a lot of guests who pop in and out of my fabulous studio with Focus TV. It's getting loud in here because it's just that fabulous and there's so much funness going on. But today I have someone very special who won't stop talking, so I might as well toss it over to him. I give you my man, Rick Shermer.
What is up, baby?
Hello, Nugget.
It is an honor to be here.
Aw, I mean,
On
you've
your
been here
set.
many times before,
I
but this
have.
is the first time you're actually getting to hang
My
out with us.
first time on the camera.
In the
Usually
spotlight.
behind, yeah. Usually where Andy's at.
Oh my gosh, you are so funny. Well, you guys, if you're not already familiar, my man Rick Shermer is the genius behind Launchpreneur. But there's some other stuff that he's made really great choices about. One was obviously marrying me.
Duh.
And this is actually our anniversary month, so I figured why not?
We have lots of anniversaries, by the way.
I know we do pretty much have a
We do.
celebration
Yeah,
every
yeah.
month.
About every month or every other
You're
month.
really
at
trying to
least.
take over my show right
Oh,
now.
no,
I
no.
feel
Oh, yes,
it like
I am actually.
revving
Let me
up.
just admit it.
Listen, this is not an audition for a new Rick Shermer show.
Oh my gosh.
He actually already has his own podcast, which is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love it. But today we're gonna talk about viral brands because this show is all about helping creatives, entrepreneurs, and talent slay the game. So I'm so excited, Ricky. I feel like I've talked to you a lot in the course of our lives.
Yes, we have.
So
Quite a bit.
I feel like are you nervous?
No, well, yeah, maybe a
I feel
little.
like we don't have our same chemistry.
We're usually on this. We're not on this. Well, I know, but I'm trying to sit up straight, and I'm trying to like
you
make
need
sure
to
I'm
keep
like.
it together,
I'm
but
trying to
act
make sure
like
I'm
you
not
don't have it
slouching
together.
and like, yeah, exactly.
You
So I'm
gotta
like,
you gotta like act relaxed, but
Yeah,
be.
but
I'm
still
a
be
little
sitting
nervous too
forward.
because I don't usually talk to you like this.
Yeah,
on camera.
exactly. I
But that's
know.
okay
We talk
because I
all the
got
time.
some goodies.
Oh yes, glug glug glug
Wasn't that
glug.
the perfect? I'm not joking. We're gonna drink this.
Are you serious?
Obviously, do I joke?
Oh
I mean,
my
I do, but not
gosh.
right now. You guys, I'm so excited.
I don't
This
drink-
is Spa
I don't-
Girl.
I don't
Obviously,
drink.
when my
I
man
just-
comes on the show,
I just drink agua.
listen. You think
Hi,
I went through
Arrowhead.
all of the props? I've always got something up my sleeve or behind
Oh my
me.
gosh, you do.
Babe, these are waffle shots. I'm not even joking.
What?
Look.
Oh my gosh.
So I figured let's just go ahead
Oh
and
my
drink
gosh.
our nerves away.
That is hilarious.
And I'm
okay.
not gonna lie to you. I usually don't drink straight vodka.
My buddy Aaron Tucker, you know how he takes pictures of all the waffles?
No, I didn't know this.
Aaron, you know
I
Aaron?
know who Aaron is.
From Walmart?
Hi, Aaron. What's
Yeah,
up? You better
Aaron,
be
what's going
watching,
on, buddy?
subscribing, and
Here
following.
it is. Here's waffle
Cheers.
shots.
But now it's time to put the liquid in.
Oh, boy.
Okay, by the
Okay.
way, this is actually.
I'm Ubering.
not even
I'm
joking.
Ubering to my next
Rick,
destination
why
anyway,
are you
so
telling
I'm
me?
good.
I know we came together.
I'm leaving before you're leaving.
Wait, this is a pear martini. It's a vodka martini, but it doesn't taste. I'm just gonna let you taste it.
Okay, let's try
By the
this.
way, when I first tried it, we should have been recording.
Oh my
because
gosh.
I'm kind of great at. No, that's mine.
Oh,
I'm the lady. I'm
you're
pouring
right.
it for
you
us.
poured it for
but,
yourself
like,
first,
you
because
need
ladies
to
first,
not-
even when you're pouring. That
you
makes
need
sense.
to get it together. We're gonna do a waffle shot
Okay, let's
with
do it.
our spa girl.
I love
and
it.
I want us to get into the nitty gritty because we
Okay,
only have
let's
so
do
much
it, baby.
time here,
Let's
and
do
we
it.
all know you love to talk.
T minus 17 minutes for me to talk.
No,
I'm
actually
talking.
16 minutes. but
16? Let's
you don't
hustle.
get all that time.
Let's hustle.
Okay, here's the men we love. Here's the men that love us. But the men we love will never. I'm joking. That's actually from.
I always forget
from
how old
Dirty
I
Love.
guess.
No, do a toast to me.
Oh, toast to the
Me.
to my wife,
Yes.
to our anniversary,
Oh my God, you have great
to our
instincts.
many anniversaries, of which
Cheers.
this is one.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Rachel is such a queen. She is slaying all day.
Yeah.
Check out her show at focustvnetwork.com/slay.
So cool. She comes from a family of bosses. Yeah.
She does. Her
Yeah.
husband is amazing. Give
Yeah,
a big shout out,
sisters.
right?
Sisters are
Yeah.
bosses.
Lots of social media is a huge thing. I mean, even if you're not somebody who's wanting to create a business or be an influencer, like most of her clients and her community, we all deal with social media, right?
Yes.
Especially during the holidays, and thinking like, how do we manage social media? People are going to be watching TV and movies and all kinds of things from everything from their phone to their iPad to their computer, things like that. So what do you guys think about that? How you're dealing with social media over the holidays?
Well, I would say the first thing for me at least is you really want to use social media in a way that's inclusive. So that's the first thing, particularly with families, right? Because you've got the generation gap, right? So I know my parents are like, what are you doing? Why are you always on your phone? And there's a sort of gap there.
But
And the only way
grandma might want a boomerang.
Grandma probably does, yes. And I have a feeling her boomerang is 1,000 times better than mine.
Oh, yeah, she's got
Yeah,
it.
I've got one move. She's probably got like 20. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so have you guys heard of the game where at dinner, I've never done this, but you put a box or something in the middle of the table, and everybody puts their cell phones in there on silent. And then whoever reaches for their cell phone first has to pay for the dinner.
Oh, I have heard of this. Yeah, have
right?
you done this? Yeah.
I've never done that, but
Yeah.
I definitely have, like, there's a time, it's like an unspoken thing with me and my friends now. Like, you don't go on your phone. You can kind of do it like maybe later in the meal when maybe after you've had your entree and maybe there's some gaps in the meal, then people can pick up their phone.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or just go to the bathroom and check it.
On the sly.
Let's
So
be
small,
real.
very discreetly.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned social media during the holidays because so many people put up this idealized image, this picture perfect Pinterest Christmas, holiday, Hanukkah, whatever it may be, and they look so happy and they look with their family. And so many times that just makes anyone who is alone feel even more alone.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Of course, you only put up the Photoshop perfectly polished
Right.
pictures. Yeah.
I
feel
know,
bad.
I know. And it's a big time. Loneliness and being thoughtful, and I think it's a good time to reach out to people, you know, and if you know somebody doesn't have a lot of family or is going through hard times, always a good time to reach out. For
Absolutely.
sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, or you can be with your family, you can be complaining the whole time, which we know that.
Oh, yes.
Right? Becoming mindful of not complaining and all
Isn't
that.
it interesting? Like around the holidays, I'd say the complaining curve spikes.
Right? For sure.
Right? I mean,
Why
it's just like,
is that?
yeah, it's the expectation piece. Like you nailed it earlier. I think we have such high expectations of what other people should be, or even what we should be, or how they experience should feel. And when it doesn't feel that way, because it can't feel that way, because it's an idealized image, we feel disappointed, we project on others and blame other people, and then it just becomes a big hot mess. So yeah, I think I would like to take like a complaint-free oath or make a complaint-free commitment this.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take that oath with you for sure. I think it's also like hard because, you know, not every family stays married, so there's like the mother's side of the family, the father's side of the family, this grandparent, that grandparent, and then people feel left out. Like, how do you deal with that?
Oh my gosh, and people have their triggers. Everybody's got different triggers.
I got some triggers.
You got some triggers?
No, I've worked on my triggers a lot. Okay, I'm not as bad. I'll just be like, no, you need to do work. I don't.
That's right.
Okay?
And then everybody looks at you and says, Erin, what work are you talking about?
We're not.
No, it's funny you bring up that story because one of my favorite wine brands from Swish Beverages, Fat Jewish, runs it. He's got this Pinot Grigio called Family Time is Hard.
Wow.
And they named it that because of dealing with your family during the holidays.
Just drink more rosé.
That's right.
Rosé all day.
Drink the pain away. Drink the pain away. Yeah.
No,
exactly.
not really.
Yeah. No, please don't. Yeah, it's such a good point. I mean, the complaining thing is so easy. It's usually our default.
For sure.
No,
it's like if you're going to take on one spiritual practice during the holidays,
Oh my gosh.
I'd say no complaining. Just think gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.
Yeah,
For sure.
And maybe the gratitude is just that there's light at the end of that tunnel. You get to leave.
Yeah. Thank you for showing me what I don't want to be.
And thank you for, and also sometimes it's just like a simple thing like, thank God I don't have to live with this person.
Right.
It might be something that simple.
It might be something that simple
You know?
sometimes, right?
Well, and it's all about gratitude too. And one of the best ways you can show your gratitude is by giving back. And our guest Rachel McCord does that all the time. You know, she works with the Covenant House and countless other charitable, charities, whatever. And she has the opportunity to really give back to her community and the women that are part of the McCord list. And it's a really cool way of, channeling that energy into giving back.
Or, also just talking about the social media and how the technology is coming at us. It's a big part of our lives now. And we didn't really get to touch on it last week, and it's kind of coming to fruition. But Disney, bought the $52.4 billion worth of Rupert Murdoch's entertainment empire. And this is an important topic for all of us because I believe that one of the reasons why they are doing this acquisition, I guess you would say, acquisition, is that they realize TV's going down. Hence, the show. We decided as with Focus TV that media is going, it's everywhere. You can't just be on one network. You've got to be across all social media. And Disney knows this. They're like, okay, people are consuming over the holidays. They're consuming movies. They're consuming entertainment. And they need to come directly to the person on all platforms. So I believe that they're going to be doing something similar to a Netflix and like all that stuff. What do you guys think about that? Where do you consume over the holidays when you're having some downtime? Where are you going to be consuming your content from?
It's so interesting that you bring this up because it's true. When I think about my life, I don't even own a TV. How about that? And that's been the case for at least a decade. And I get all of my I consume all of my media through places like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and then if I want to watch movies, I go to Netflix, Hulu, so you're absolutely right about that, and I can see how that's, where that's trending.
Right.
And you're watching that on your computer?
On the computer, on my cell phone sometimes, depending on where I am.
Wow.
Right.
It was interesting when I was driving to the studio today, I heard that the most Googled show of the year of 2017 was 13 Reasons Why.
Really?
What do you think that is?
I mean, several reasons. One, because I think it was one of the most powerful shows that was put out this year, and it really explored so many socially relevant topics right now with bullying and suicide and social media and how to survive that as a youth in high school. And it's something that so many people are dealing with in a way that we didn't have to deal with when we were growing up.
Right. And I remember Dr. Drew spoke about that show. I heard it on one of his podcasts. Dr. Drew, we want to give you a shout out here because he's part of the Focus TV network. He's shot some of Heal platform here at Focus Studio. He's on the cover of Focus TV network, and lovely Andy Waldman, our producer, just happy to have one right here. No, he did not know I was going to talk about that. But so I remember listening to one of his podcasts, I believe it was, and he was talking about that show. And he was talking about how it's actually triggered more suicide. And so it's a tricky thing in that when we talk about hard topics, it brings up, the conversation, and in the conversation, we energize it. And I think this is an important distinction during the holidays because we know that our minds are so powerful, and what we focus on expands. And it's good to look at the dark things. It's good to look at all the stuff, but we have to be careful also because in looking in it, we energize it. So I don't know, how do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about dealing with talking about being lonely or depressed during the holidays without energizing it too much?
Boy, it's a tough one. For me, it's a question of mostly listening and asking questions, and then helping people reframe on the fly how to digest or consume that, right? So you have a conversation with somebody and you listen without judgment or defensiveness or reactivity, and what then you try to do is you try to help people see the opportunity that's available. Because anytime there's a challenge in your life of any kind, there's a seed of equivalent benefit. There's an opportunity that's hidden there.
You have such a gift in recognizing that on the fly, like you just said. You're going to reframe on the fly, and that's how you
Appreciate it.
Yeah, the go-to in that.
Yeah.
Wow. So what did you watch this segment, 13?
I've made it through 6 tapes or episodes if you've seen the show, and it is one of the most powerful shows I've ever seen.
Wow.
I did lose a friend in high school to suicide, and so it's something that really struck a chord, a very personal chord in my life. And I just thought it was so interesting that it was something that became so relevant and affected so many people across the world with that, and especially what it happened on social media, you know? And Rachel has done such a great job in her book about talking about that in social media without it breaking you. And it can be such a time, like you said, and not re-energizing that. It's just hard. It's hard to talk about. It's hard to feel.
I remember when I was going through my eating disorder from 17 to 20, and I remember having to no longer look at magazines because there was just too much going on. And so this was like way, way, way back in the day. Now we have social media that's in your face, all these filtered pictures of so many people, and I think, oh man, I just feel for people that are having issues and not loving themselves, hating themselves. And I think, maybe it's a time for some people during the holidays to take a break from social media at whatever level, breathe, be with people that you love, and just maybe reconsider how you are consuming social media. Because look, technology is amazing if it's used right, but just like all of life, if we can use it to create a heaven of our life or a hell of our life. So how are you using it and how are you going to consume it?
It's such a great question. And, personally, that this conversation resonates so deeply with me because I was suicidal and I did feel all those things, the loneliness and the shame and the guilt around all of that, and I didn't want to share it with people. And I still have the test marks. They're kind of hiding under my Automoss PK. I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding. But I really, it was. It's the reason that I do the work that I do now.
Right.
It's the reason that we do the show. Because at the end of the day, lots of folks are very lonely and very unhappy. But there's no reason to feel any shame or guilt around any of that. There are people that understand and want to help.
Right. So reach out to us, you guys. Thank you so much for sharing that. And also, there are support groups. If there's anyone suicidal in your life, there are hotlines. Please make that call and reach out to somebody or find some help. You can also reach out, let us know what topics you want to talk about, different situations, so we can bring it up in the future.
Yeah, because as deeply as you feel that pain, there are people out there in the world that have felt it as well, if not more, and that's now become their purpose. And so they, just as deeply as you feel the pain, they feel deeply purposed to help you get over that pain.
It's such an interesting and powerful thing because sometimes when you feel the most alone, if you're honest about that experience, you recognize that you truly aren't, because you're identifying with all those other people who actually feel the same way
Wow.
You do. You know,
true.
whether it be suicide or just being alone for the holidays and feeling like you don't have a family or you don't have friends, and then think about it, how many other people feel the exact same way. You're not alone.
Right.
Yeah, and you're literally dialed into that channel. It really is like a channel, right? You're dialing into that energy when you're feeling that, and so it's no surprise that you would feel it deeper the more you think about it, the more you talk about
And
it.
then you've got to channel then change
That's
that
right.
vibe and that
That's right.
energy, and that's what the doctor.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. That's what the
That's
doctor
right.
of divinity is all about. Put that positive spin on it. And good morning,
That's
La La
right, yeah.
Land.
So before we come out of the segment, I just want to say, because we didn't get to say in the first segment, Jay-Z is in the
What?
house in
Oh.
Los Angeles tonight.
Oh, I thought you meant this house. I got
He's not this
excited.
house. And he is tonight at the
Not yet.
Forum. We didn't get to say that, so I just want to throw it out there. And I don't know that much about Jay-Z,
Yeah, I
other
know a
than
lot.
Beyonce. That's all I know.
Man, I was the kid that was like always looking forward to his next album. So I know a lot about
really?
it. Yeah,
He's the king of cool.
he is the king
Right?
of cool. Yeah, no
Yeah.
question about that.
He's a businessman. They say he is the second richest hip hop artist in the U.S.
Wow.
Holy
That's
camole.
insane. I mean, and together with Beyonce, talk about
Right?
power couple, talk about relationship goals.
I
Right?
know,
Have you
right?
met Jay-Z?
I've never met Jay-Z. No.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
he hasn't met him.
that's-
Really? Like,
I've met him once at
oh,
Shore
man,
Club
are
in
you
Miami.
kidding
But
me?
that,
Like,
that was
he's not, he's
that
met
was
every single person.
there's nothing about me. It just happened to be serendipitous. You know, I just happened to be at the same place at the same time. Like I went to Short Club like way too early, and he happened to be there. And yeah, he was even cooler in person, I think.
That's hilarious.
Did you talk to him, or were you having like a fan?
I just said hi. Nah, I
Rob's like,
usually
"Oh,
just
I
say hi.
forgot.
What's up,
I
man?
forgot
you know,
that I
nice to
had
meet
met
you. That's usually my whole thing.
And then what do you say? Like, I'm Rob Mack official? Or?
That's right. This was before Instagram, so
Oh,
that'll
okay.
date you right there. But yeah, I would normally just say, you know, go to Rob Mack Official. You know where you can find me.
But that was hilarious. She's like, have you met him? He's like, no. Well, actually, yeah, I have. I
It's
was like,
funny that
it's
yeah,
like,
because it's interesting.
hilarious.
Yeah, talk about so LA.
Rob has been around the block, apparently.
Well, that was so Miami.
That was so Miami. It was
That was
very
so
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, and a lot of it's interesting because I think in LA people are so much more accustomed to seeing celebrities and whatnot. So they're probably a little bit more relaxed.
And then what about the 444 tour? Do you know about it? Because the
Yeah.
444 is a big spiritual number. Right?
Yeah. It's I haven't actually been to any of the 444 concerts yet. I'd love to go. But yeah, it's surprising because if you listen to some of his music, particularly his most recent music, it's like continuing to evolve. And there's so much
Yep.
more awareness around things,
Right.
right? I mean, even the challenges that he's had in terms of relationships and his kids, like he shares that in his most recent album.
Right.
And there's even an apology record on that
I love
album to his wife, about some things that happened, good hair, Becky, and all that sort of controversy. So it's a pretty interesting. He's one of those people that just continues to evolve
Right.
in consciousness. And so
I
he-
agree for
yeah.
sure. So
He's like such a present artist and able to really capitalize on
Yeah.
the times, and the
Yeah.
social commentary is just
Oh my
it's
gosh.
deep.
Yeah, and what's impressive to me is you would never imagine that in this day and age, still, that people would be like drop like A Course in Miracles quotes in their songs.
nice.
And
I
he does
believe
that.
music can be the most powerful thing. So anybody who's doing it in positive ways,
Absolutely.
awesome. So taking us out, just want to say the best present that you can give this year is to be present.
I knew you were gonna
I had to
drop
get
that.
drop that, right?
I knew you were
So
gonna
wanna
drop
take us out,
that.
Jess?
You trying to get on the thing?
When we come back on Good Morning La La Land, we are going to be in the studio with the queen, Rachel McCord, slaying the fame game. When we come back.
Stay tuned.
And we're back on Good Morning La La Land with my dear friend, one of the hottest models in the world, and author, Slay the Fame Game, Rachel McCord. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm like in the hot seat, but I really like it.
You are. You're definitely hot. You are.
This is the hot seat.
The queen is in the house, okay?
I think they need to see your boots before we do anything. They need to see the boots.
I gotta be careful with this dress.
Yeah,
though,
the
girl.
boots.
What kind of show do you want?
It's a morning show. Keep it clean.
It's a shot of
Rachel.
caffeine.
No matter when you see Rachel, she always looks amazing, right? recently today in Page 6. Congratulations, that was awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, featured in there.
Timely.
Look at that.
Page 6.
She did that all for us.
Just for you. It was really for
It
you.
was just for
The hottest
Look
Santa
at
picture
that
I
picture,
have
though.
ever
I mean,
seen.
L.O. is so hot. What do you have? You have a dog? What do you have in your...
That's my little munchkin.
Oh.
She's like my little nugget. She's been on these couches a couple times, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, she's like my little baby.
Nugget?
She has a little Christmas bow on too.
What's her name?
Munchkin, literally.
Munchkin.
He's a Munchkin. Her name is Munchkin. My other one is Giggles, but he doesn't.
Giggles, best names.
Giggles and Munchkin, but it's really
I
bad
think she's
because
so
they're-
depressed. Like, honestly, antidepressants needed over here for sure.
No, you're one of the most inspirational, motivational women in Hollywood right now. Really, truly. You know, I met Rachel on a red carpet, and ever since I've known her, she has been nothing but a light. She is a light at these events. She's a light in her everyday life. Absolutely. It's just such a pleasure to be able to, talk to you. You wrote this book, Slay the Fame Game.
Love.
Sharing your light, sharing all the tell-alls, really, of surviving here in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard city, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, you're dealing with so much stuff. Everybody here knows. It's like, I think it's just hard on your heart in general because as soon as you do something, it's like, yeah, but what else are you doing? And I mean, I have so many friends who are incredibly successful, and then as soon as they finish filming something, everyone's like, yeah, but like, what is she doing now? What is he doing now? And it just feels bad to be that person who's like, oh, like always trying to prove to everybody else that they're worthy. And it's like, no, you don't need to do anything to be worthy. You don't need to reach a certain status to matter. You're fabulous right now, no matter what you have, what you don't have, how you look. I feel like we have to get that message out there because social media creates this space where anybody can be famous. And we need to remind every person that it doesn't matter how many likes you get or don't get. You need to just love yourself.
So Rachel, we met at your event at Fred Siegel, your book launch. Incredible event, and Focus TV network covered it, the red carpet. Beautiful event, just gorgeous. I loved your new cover, everything's so pretty. So I want to know, like, breaking it down for people. Say someone's new to LA. They're trying to do social media, they're trying to do, what would you tell people? What is your greatest advice that you'd give people?
Well, that's a great question. My first thing would always be to first believe in yourself. I think we jump over that way too quickly. We say like, I'm gonna start this new company, I'm gonna start this new social media profile, I'm gonna start this new brand, but we really don't actually take a pause to think about how you really feel about that. Like, are you prepared for success? Are you ready to take the next step and to be out in the open? Because what you create on social media doesn't go away. Like, let me warn you, there are pictures that I'm like, ew, I'm gonna delete that, and then I go on Google, and yes, I've Googled myself. We all do it. But I'm like, no, it's still there. So I think first believe in yourself. The second one goes into those pictures is creating a brand. So thinking about what do you want to be known for? For me personally, like I want to be sassy self-help. I think that the reality is I went through a lot of stuff when I was a kid, and self-help was the only thing that got me through that. I was really depressed and I really did struggle. So yes,
I don't believe you. I swear to you.
I was like a wallflower and like so quiet and insecure. And I started working on myself and I started doing positive affirmations. And I realized that in my search of the perfect self-help book, I didn't find anything that really spoke specifically to me, because I didn't want to be this girl who like walks around in yoga pants all the time and was like, oh, let's have a juice.
Namaste.
I love juice, and I want it in like a painted wine cup that says "Slay Girl Slay." I wanted it to be different, and so for me, it's like sassy self-help. It's like, hey, put on your stilettos and your lipstick and your faux fur and have fun. Go out into the world and be you. So that's where the build a brand happens, and then also having a supportive community around you. I would be nothing if I didn't have the McCord list and my influential ladies, because they're the ones who I can be like, girls, let's do something together, like get me out of the house, let's shoot something. Because as an entrepreneur, you are often on your own and you are often feeling like, am I crazy? Am I just delusional? And you have to be a little bit. Just doing it in general.
Absolutely, yes, just to get through.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to have those people around you, and then you just got to to be really loyal to the people who follow and support you. I mean, I am so grateful for every comment, every like, every heart. I respond. I get DMs from girls all over the place who are talking about things they're struggling with. Guys too, but I focus more on my female platform because it's what I understand. I'm like, I don't really know what to say to you. I'm not a boy. I am like to talk about things I don't understand. So keep it specific.
And we call that branding.
Yes.
That's branding.
Yes, know your market.
Yes, that's right.
It's really funny because I loved what you wrote about your first interview you did on the red carpet about knowing your brand. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think it's one of those things where you often get into these conversations and you're talking about things and it's just not you. And you're like, what am I saying? Or you look back over the footage and you're not proud of it. So you really have to take that time to think about who you are before you get on a red carpet and someone asks you these questions, because that's the next step. And again, like going back to that first step of like, are you ready for the success? Are you prepared for what that will entail?
Were you ready for it?
Definitely not. I had no idea. I mean, I literally, like, my first time on a red carpet in LA was like a week and a half in, and I ended up on the cover of Inquirer magazine, and they were like, who's gay in Hollywood? And like, it was a picture of my sister and I, which was even worse.
Oh, no.
It was like
Oh, no.
all layers
That's a
of
whole
wrong, and I'm like scooping it up, like,
buying them out.
yeah, and I was like fresh off the boat from Georgia, so I didn't even know what Ralph's was versus like Kroger or Publix.
Oh my
which I was
gosh, Kroger and Publix, yes.
So like this old man is like putting these magazines in here.
How rude,
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely wasn't ready for it, and I think honestly it took many years to get there. I had to take a breather from LA and just be like, what am I doing? Where am I at? And that's why I wrote the book, because I realized that all these insecurities that come up, now it's not only in Hollywood, it's girls who are being bullied, and not just the bullying that ends when she walks out of the classroom, it's happening on social media, it's everywhere. So we really have to give these girls encouragement to remind them that they matter, and their stories matter, and they deserve to love themselves and to be loved.
Who was giving you that encouragement?
He's like, myself? Right now, no, myself. Let's be honest.
Today it's my husband, Rick. He's
He's so dope.
He's beyond. I love every little part of that man.
Yeah.
Like, he just like cracks me up all day. But yeah, to be honest, I didn't have someone, but I think that's why I needed it so bad. So I wrote this book not out of like a desire to even to say I Slay the Fame Game, because that wasn't at all what it was. I was like, the girls who are gonna read Slay the Fame Game and are gonna go to that are the ones I want to impact, because they're the ones who are trying to find their validation in fame and social media, and these are the girls that need the encouragement. But yeah, I mean, people have come along the way, of course. Like, I've definitely not done this on my own, but as far as like feeling, validated and encouraged, not so much along my journey, but that's also why I've sought so hard to create that within me, and then to encourage others to create it within them, because I don't think that we should be looking to the world to validate us at all. I think the natural thing is that we want to have a supportive group around us, and that is really important, but we have to be able to say that for ourselves and to validate ourselves.
Wow, it's incredible. So this is so interesting to me, because one of the most beautiful things about you is that, of course, physically you're beautiful, but also on the inside, and you come across because you are so authentic. Right? And yet you're living a very glamorous life. Do you ever find it challenging to like walk that tightrope where you're consistently being authentic, but also in a world that's full of so much, celebrity and fame and
Absolutely. I do. That's a great question too. I do feel that. I feel the challenge of I mean, and it's not really a keep up with appearances, because like we were talking about Offset, like this really is me. Like I really
is
totally.
No, that's what I mean. Like I'm just like being sassy and silly and like owning all my flavors. So that's really true. I think what I struggle with is kind of just feeling a little bit like people don't understand the heart that's within me and my desire to help people. Like, I can't tell you how many times I sat down with my team in my office and been like literally tearing up, which is really embarrassing when you're leading a company and also it's like people like, I think I'm gonna quit.
In that voice.
I don't think I can trust you. Exactly that voice. But like, I tear up, I'm like, you don't understand. We're doing all this stuff and we're succeeding, right? We've got Glam Squad wanting to reach out with us. We've got Sephora, all these amazing brands. But this is not what the heart of the McCordless is. This is not the heart of Slay and that powerful message that says you deserve to slay. So I need to, and I literally will have this moment and I'll pick up the phone and I'll call a nonprofit I work with. I go to Covenant House a lot. And so I'll be like, hey, can I come in and do a workshop with your girls, please? I know that I just have to get back to putting my feet on the ground and saying, this is why I do what I do.
It
And when
was-
I sit there with those girls, that's when I realized.
So funny because on your Instagram the other day, there was you going there with your Chick-fil-A to the house, and it doesn't get more authentic and real and genuine than that, you know?
Of course, I need to like audit it a little bit because some people don't eat chicken. They're like vegan and we're in LA.
No, but just the fact that, you know, there's invitations to all these glamorous events, and you took your night to bring Chick-fil-A to the girls and hang out. I mean, that is you. That's so authentic. And you've got a great show, Slay, on Focus TV. We'd love to give you a sneak peek of what you're doing here.
Hi, loves. My name is Rachel McCord, and I am so excited to meet you. I started my journey in Hollywood in such a bizarre way. My sister is in entertainment, so I moved to LA from Georgia simply to support her. I really didn't expect any of this to happen to me, and if I'm really honest, I didn't think I was worthy of it. But before I knew it, I was walking red carpets, posing in photo shoots, hosting events, and hanging out with some really cool people in entertainment. After selling my first company, I realized a greater passion to speak, support, and mentor those trying to make it themselves. So I started the McCord List, a network of influential women in Hollywood who mentor girls. I mean, can we say praise emoji? Through my blog and my show, Slay with Rachel McCord, I became obsessed with writing and development. It was so much fun taking an idea from inception to creation. That's how I started connecting with so many fabulous creatives just like yourself. Before long, I wrote my very first sassy self-help book called Slay the Fame Game, which is all about breaking into social media and Hollywood without it breaking you. So, whether you're an influential woman in media, you know I'm talking to you fellow bloggers, celebs, influencers, and artists, or you're a fabulous woman in need of a little extra encouragement, I invite you to join the McCord List, and together we can take on the world and slay.
Knowing that you basically help women become empowered, understanding how to build their brand, how to slay the fame game in Los Angeles. So I know it comes down to belief, it comes down to getting a support group, but I want to know for the people out there that are watching in La La Land, like where do they go? How do they get involved, not only in your community, but you said a specific place you go. Are there specific places within LA that you recommend going?
Absolutely, and anyone who is watching in LA, they can always go on themccordlist.com and join the list. So I host events and things like that, which are designed to help people connect and find their community around. Obviously, there are tons of acting schools. It really just depends on what you need in that moment. Like, what are you looking to grow in, and creating that space. But I also respond to all my DMs. So if you have a specific question that isn't covered in Slay the Fame Game, like,
That's a full-time job in and of itself. I know it is.
It is, but you know, this is what I love to do, and so when I wake up early and I'm doing it, I mean, I'm not always like very timely, to be clear, like I sometimes like improve on that, but yeah, I mean, send me those messages. I try to make the book very open to help people wherever they are, but there is some very specific stuff for Hollywood, so hopefully they find it helpful.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
I've got a question. What would you say to those people, you know, so many people out there, whether they're in LA or not, that are just in a place where they just want to give up because they're just not finding the success that they want, or they're not happy? Like, what did you do when you were in that space? I heard you say so many interesting things, and I wonder what specifically you would recommend to someone who's just going through a real hard time and they just can't sort of get up and continue.
Oh, you'll make me cry. This is the people I do it for. I would first of all say to have that moment. I think a lot of times we quickly try to say, it's going to be okay, let it go. No, you're going through something and you need to honor that emotion, because if you don't honor it, it will not go away. So I always call it my closet time, and sometimes I have a hard day and I say, you know what, I'm going to go and just lay in the closet with my little chihuahuas, and I don't know why, but that's my safe place. So I would say finding that safe place, honoring that emotion, and then listening to what it's trying to tell you. Because there's a message to be said there. There's something going on that needs to be listened to and it needs to be improved on. Sometimes you're hanging around the wrong people. I think that's honestly a really big one, especially in Hollywood. There's so many people, and everyone's so desperate for validation, and they're so hungry to be seen and loved, that they sometimes focus solely on themselves and not of the people around them. So make sure that you have some really solid people in your life. And maybe this isn't the job for you. I mean, that's okay. It's never giving up if it's making a different choice. So listen to yourself. Don't breeze past it. It's important.
So powerful. So powerful. Absolutely.
So now what are you up to now? Like, you've got the books out, you've got your list, you work with your girls. Like, what are you
Incredible
looking
show
forward to?
on Focus.
You play up to the end of the internet. What happens when you get to the end of the internet?
Playing around now.
We're back to LA. We're back to LA. So now what? We know you're not allowed. What are you really
doing now, girls?
High ties on the beach.
Slaying it on page 6 in a Santa outfit.
You're so sweet. No, I keep focusing on my network of my girls. Like, what can I do to help them? We are doing some pilot programs right now in some all-girls schools and some nonprofits to create programs for influential women in my network to mentor girls. So I'm really excited about that, because I'm writing programs that are based on the self-help side of my book, and also those practical tips on how to navigate social media in a wise and mature way. And putting that into programs where girls can answer questions and say, like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm thinking, answer questions about goals for their lives. So that's something that I'm working on right now that I'm really excited about, but we haven't really, we're piloting it in a couple of small places just to see how it goes and to iterate. I'm getting a lot of great lean from high school girls, which is awesome because they're so smart and creative. And then I'm also obviously doing Slay with Rachel McCord, like we talked about. So I love doing that because it's just a great excuse to hang out with my best friends.
And then,
That's always a good idea.
And then where can they find you? What's your social media? What's your website?
So you can go on themccordlist.com for anything and everything. And I'm on social media at I am Rachel McCord.
So Rachel, thank you so much for coming on. Such a pleasure. Incredible woman, incredibly up to so many great things. So we're gonna have to tune out right now, but wait, stay tuned, you guys, as we come back for our final segment, recapping the day and talking about our challenges and all the fun things together as a community. Stay tuned.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. Right? And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You know, you got to really want it. They said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
Hi guys, I'm Joyce Gerard and I support my beautiful friend Sally with her mantra socks. Look how cute they are. Be Loved is my favorite. So go get them. Run and get them on Amazon.com.
Hi, I'm Michael Wormuth. I'm a board-certified pediatrician working for HEAL.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rashonda Clemens. I'm a board-certified pediatrician.
Hi, my name is Dr. Magna Motiani and I practice internal medicine.
Hi, my name is Dr. Talia Katibi. I'm a board-certified pediatrics.
Hi, my name is Dr. Wong. I'm a board-certified family practitioner.
I joined HEAL because as a mother, I value the importance of practicality.
I joined HEAL to bring patient care back to you, our patients.
I joined HEAL to provide medical care on a different platform and to even the playing field for those who feel they don't have access.
I joined HEAL was because I found out about the organization and thought it would be ideal to be able to practice medicine the way I was trained to practice medicine.
Patients love it. I get to spend more time with them, and that makes all the difference.
HEAL offers comprehensive, compassionate medical care in the convenience of the family home, and patients seem so grateful to have us there.
This is Jack. His mother didn't save his childhood artwork.
She just threw it all away like it was garbage.
If only his mother had Archive. Archive is the easiest and fastest way to chronologically store your child's art. Snap a picture, tag it, and store it safely in our cloud. Then share it with friends and family. Even turn it into a calendar, mug, or your very own printed book. Oh, you were gonna make one yourself? Yeah, that's what his mom said. Download the Archive app now and help us save art.
Archive, available now on the App Store.
Welcome back. What an interesting conversation with Rachel. Huh?
Wow.
She's so interesting to me. Her whole family is interesting to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's incredible to see so many young, smart, beautiful women.
Right.
That are also incredibly successful and also so generous of spirit too.
That's LA.
Yeah.
I always say one of the best things about LA is my girlfriends.
Yeah.
No, but she's such a queen, but she is so humble.
Yeah.
That big Southern personality and that gorgeous Southern
infectious.
hair. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just like you can just feel it. She's also recently on the cover of Focus magazine. She's got a beautiful spread in here. Right there. Gorgeous.
Page 6, Focus Magazine, The Inquirer.
She's slaying it.
She's slaying the fame game.
She's just coining that term. She also has that show on Focus TV. You saw a little clip of that earlier. You can tune in. I mean, look at this.
Wow.
Look at that. Such a babe, right?
Right?
That picture.
Gorgeous. Her and her husband are a power team.
Oh my gosh. And did you feel his energy?
He is incredible. He comes
so
in a
warm.
big light. Like
Yeah.
I noticed also, I've been looking at hosts on TV and kind of seeing what, and some of the people that are most liked as hosts are people who are always like they're smiling all the time. And he's one of those. He naturally just like comes in and he's got a smile on his face all the time.
Yes, he's one of those people that feels like a best friend. He instantly feels like your best friend.
Instant.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because the first time I met them, I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
I was on the red carpet and I was doing interviews and Rachel and her husband were there and he kept looking at me and I was looking at him and we talked afterwards and he's like, we're friends, right? We know each other. And I was like, we're friends now.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Family friends.
That's adorable.
Absolutely.
Well, so recapping the day, Thought Thursday or Thursday Thoughts, or I can never get that hashtag right, but we also have to talk about our challenges. Hello, how's it going? We talked about challenges a while back, and Jess, I think you said you were going to drive peacefully. How's that working for you?
Well, the December challenge for myself was to drive peacefully, and I have to admit, I honked yesterday. I did.
Oh no,
I honked.
You're going to hell for sure.
It was so well deserved. I honked and then I caught myself and I thought, oh, Aaron's going to ask me about this. So then I waved really nicely and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but it definitely was their fault.
Yeah. Was it an avoidant type of honk or was it like a frustrated?
It was a go. The light is green. You're not paying attention.
Yeah. It's an impatient honk. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
Sorry, I'm owning it. I'm owning it.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Always better.
And me, I think I've been doing a better job of just sort of trying to stay in that flow space where you're present, but you're also excited about what's coming. So yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good about that. Mine's a little more difficult to measure than Jeslin's, so I feel like I just cheated a little. I create a condition where I can't lose.
You set yourself up to succeed.
I did.
That was so much
Good
better.
point, Jeslyn.
Put that spin on it, Rob.
Oh, nice,
Well, I'm
right?
going to make sure you come up with something that I can hold you accountable to in January. So we'll have to think about that.
Think about that. We're going to have to do a new challenge in January for sure. So for me, well, as you guys knew, I was sick, so I wasn't able to do the workout for some time. But let me tell you, I'm back. I'm back on track. And I'm very excited because my son is in town and we're going to do a lot of walks around LA, just sightseeing, things like that. And then I'm going to get his ass to work out because so yeah, it's going to be actually a big workout week for me just because I'm not working as much over the holidays, and so I'm part of my idea of a holiday is getting more physical and taking that time.
How does fitness and working out affect your thought and your mindset?
Oh, I mean, there's just no question. Like, I mean, all the good juju, all the good endorphins and all that stuff get pumping for sure. I mean, for me, workout is like essential for the mindset. I mean, yes, you fit in your clothes more. Yes, you can eat more. Yes, all that stuff. But for me, it's more of it's a mental thing more than anything.
It's a hashtag Fat Thursday.
That's right. Oh my gosh, so
Jasmine?
deep.
Yeah, do you find that working out is helpful and staying physically active? Do you find that?
Yes, absolutely. I think I certainly feel better, but I'm not as physical as I would like to be. I love walking, and I have to walk half a mile to get to my car because it's so LA, and I have to park half a mile from my house. So I definitely get that little bit of exercise in, but it's certainly something maybe in the new year you can hold me more accountable to, Rob.
We got a deal there. We got a
deal.
I'm obsessed with working out. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And it's one of the things I discovered when I was trying to go from miserable to happy, was that working out was just critical. And I think part of it is my mind is always going. And when I work out, I sort of exhaust my body. And somehow in the process, my mind also sort of quiets down.
Are you a lifter? Are you a circuit guy?
Yes, I love lifting and I love running. So I lift a lot, I run a lot. And thanks to this show, I'm getting up extra early to do it. It's like 3:45. You gotta see, I don't have my phone, but it's like 3:45, 3:50, 3:55,
Oh my
4 a.m.,
gosh.
4:15. Yeah, it's
Will
like,
you show us
alarms.
one day so that
I
people can
will.
know? Because
Yeah.
I think there's people out there, they're probably like, okay, where does Rob shop? What does he do? Where does he go? Like we want a day like where you can explain kind of a little bit more detail.
Well, I
of
think
your
I'd
life.
like to have a day where I get up at 3:45, like Rob, and then try and work out like Rob, and then I'm gonna do a whole day like Rob, a day in the life, and I'm gonna try and keep up.
We can do it like a spoof, like
You will
that's
suddenly
so
understand
LA.
what's wrong with me. You're like, no wonder you're crazy.
Right,
What's wrong with
right.
this guy? I can see it starts at
Right.
3:45 a.m. and he just doesn't get right after that.
I don't know about the whole lane splitting though on a Vespa thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly legal, I might add. But and only
You
when
drive,
traffic is
just you
stopped.
drive, okay.
When
Right.
it's stopped, then you just scoot on.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So speaking of challenges, I want to give a shout out to Amanda Russell because we're getting close to the new year. And New Year's, we all know that we all like those challenges. And Amanda Russell has, she comes in here and shoots in Focus TV Network. She's amazing, a UCLA professor. She teaches influence, and she also has an incredible YouTube channel called Fit, Sexy and Strong, or Fit, Strong and Sexy. And she is also a dear friend of mine. So she has a challenge that begins the first of the year, and we will probably put that up under here. And giving, you want to find some community or whatever that is for the New Year's to get fit, and you might want to start thinking about that now, how you're going to get your support system. So we love you, Amanda.
Yes,
and look
she's in
forward
New
to it.
York right now doing a fabulous event at Bloomingdale's, you
Wow.
guys.
Ooh.
Super cool.
So cool,
Yeah.
right? She is just going all over from Austin to LA and New York.
I think she's headed to London as well.
Jeez,
She may
Amanda.
even be in London.
Jet
We don't know.
setting.
Where in the world is Amanda? We want to know
Jeez,
right
jet
now.
setting.
No,
So-
but it is so cool to see just the influence she has had on this community and at us on Focus. I'll certainly accept your challenge, Amanda.
We
I'll
all
let you know
accept your
how it
challenge,
goes.
Amanda. I think the whole Focus TV network is going on one big challenge, the first, with you.
Well, I also have to go on the Alyssa Goodman soup cleanse.
Oh, yes, for
too.
sure. Alyssa Goodman for sure as
part
well.
of the Focus family, and I'm really curious to see how that's going to go.
Yeah.
So maybe one challenge at a time. I don't know if I should overdo it on that.
Yeah, take it easy. But yeah, some juicing, some soup brothing, and definitely some working out for sure.
This is like a second career. this health thing is like a second career.
It's
Right?
a full-time
It
job,
is.
Rob.
It
It's a
is.
full-time
It is.
job.
So on that note, just kind of recapping the day, what was your highs and lows of the day?
Boy, my high was just being here with you lovely ladies. It really was. So many highs. Honestly, I loved the Rachel interview.
Yeah.
I really did. She's just, what I love about her most is the energy,
Yeah.
right? And her ability to sort of capture that energy in a way that resonates with people. She describes it as like sassy self-help, and I just think that's fantastic. What about you guys?
Yeah, same. When I met Rachel, her voice was high. I was like, I don't know about that, But as you get to know her, she's just a love bug. Honestly, because her voice is it's so up as a woman. I was like, is she fake? Is she not? And I realized this
So
is
authentic.
authentic. She is so authentic.
Yeah, so authentic.
She slays all day, but honestly, I have to say my favorite part of the day is you opening up about your story and your heart, Rob, because it's been such an incredible opportunity for us here at Good Morning La La Land and for the community of LA to really get to know who you are and to really connect with you, and your story touches so many lives. So thank you for
So
sharing with
appreciate
us.
that, Justin. That's amazing. In all honesty, that was prompted by you sharing your story about the autoimmune disorder and everything like that. And my mom, immediately after that show, I don't know if you remember, but she wrote me and said, Rob, you have got to tell Jeslyn. I absolutely adore her and thank her for sharing that story.
And my mom's in love with you.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to get married. What do you guys say? No, just kidding. So anyway, well, we have to tap out of this Thought Thursday. I got to go see my son and go have some good times, get a little workout in also. And anything else, you guys? So tomorrow is all about dating, relationships, and love. It's actually my favorite day of the week, gotta say.
Is it? Yeah.
It is. So we're thinking about talking also about the hairstyles and how that affects what type of people, what type of men like women with certain haircuts. We were just talking about
and they're
that
entirely
topic.
different dating pools.
And vice versa, like, what women are attracted to, what, different styles with them. Anyway, it's just a topic we're talking about. So excited for that segment tomorrow on dating, love, and relationships. And so take us.
Yeah, just to remind you, this is a show for LA, about LA. So please leave your comments, DM us on Instagram, reach out to us on YouTube, because we would love to connect with you and how your experience is being affected by Good Morning La La Land and what you want to see and what you want to learn, because we want to be here for you. We're live every day, Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's going to be a Good Morning La La Land.